Hi there, I'm Jen Rice, and I wanted to talk tonight about free radicals. We've heard that term before, but what does it mean, free radicals, and what do they do to our skin? Well, really, a free radical can come from a lot of different sources. So it's a natural result of our metabolic process. So there could be free radicals that are, just from our metabolic process, but they can also be from our environment. And this links in with my my toxin talk that I did a couple days ago. But I wanted to bring this around to the skin a bit as far as the toxins that are around us that may be contributing to free radical formation, which some dermatologists are calling the free radical really like what's behind wrinkling and aging, because we know that what happens is basically these free radicals damage the skin because they go onto the skin, they grab an electron, and they take it from the atoms that are all, we're all made up of the atoms on the skin and all throughout our body, but they literally will go on, attach, and kind of pull away. And when it does that, it causes our bodies to go, what was that? And then the DNA has to go and get back together. So it's sort of that concept where I've shared before, where you have something that's together like this, something else comes in, maybe removes a part of it, and then it's trying to get back together to that original shape. And when it does that, it doesn't always go back exactly the way it started, right? Which is the whole very simplified theory of cancer as we know it, which is the same concept where the DNA is disrupted and then it begins to duplicate in a way that it wasn't designed for. So I was saying that, thanks you guys for jumping on. Hey Christina, hey Tammy, thanks for being here. So talk about free radicals tonight. I talked about toxins earlier in the week that were brain specific, and we only hit on one, which was arsenic, which I didn't even know was an issue, but evidently it is. So as far as toxins go in our environment, it also goes to our skin, which has to do with pollutants, smoking, the ozone, of course, not a lot we can do about that. X-rays, I mean, sometimes you need an X-ray. There's not much you can do about that. We all get dental X-rays, but you can actually have free radical formation, and then it can speed up the process of aging. So I wanted to read a little something from Dr. Leslie Bauman, who, if you never heard of her before, she's a dermatologist in the Miami area, but she's written a few books on the skin type solution, which actually helps people sort of figure out exactly what skin type they have, which is very cool. And she says that unchecked free radicals are bouncing around, damaging collagen. So not only is it a superficial thing happening, but also in the deeper layers are penetrated. And many times what we can do to sort of combat this or halt it a bit is to plug that electron slot. So, it's trying to come in, do its thing. We're going to plug it so that it renders them basically harmless. And so this is where you see these product lines coming up and you're thinking, what is all this? Is this science even real? They've got this kind of ingredient of vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, green tea, ferulic acid, resveratrol, CoQ10. I mean, there's a lot of ingredients, but they are using science to figure out how to plug these areas. And we know that when you use a good sunscreen, that of course is a great way to help protect from the ozone. And we know that if you not only use topical products, but you guys are going to hear me say this like a broken record, but eating the food we eat, if it's antioxidant rich, that's going to show really amazing changes in your skin too. Not to maybe go into my whole story, but I went through a health issue about June where I had heartburn that was just incredibly disruptive. I mean, not just the kind that you take some and it goes away, but the kind that keeps you up all night, upright, every night for a long time. I ended up having an allergic reaction to the medication I was taking, so I wasn't able to take that to get the comfort and relief I was seeking, and I landed, fortunately, in a functional medicine office where I received a diet plan that changed, obviously on the inside, but I think not only felt better, but I've gotten more compliments in the last probably 4 months on my skin than I ever have in the previous 13 years in doing dermatology even, because I'm eating foods that are antioxidant rich. So they suggest that if you can up your fruit or vegetables, even over 6 weeks, so you're upping like 2-3 servings a day of nutrient rich fruits and vegetables. That's fresh, not very handled, fresh vegetables. I mean, they can certainly be frozen, but you just don't want them handled in any way where they're mixed into a lot of stuff. That you can actually see a change in skin tone in just the 6 weeks. So, not only am I very excited and passionate about the anti-inflammatory medicine and sort of lifestyle, but it's very much connected to the skin. We know that the skin is the largest organ of our body, right? And it makes sense that if we're eating anti-inflammatory foods and antioxidant rich foods for the purpose of this video, right, that we are doing something to neutralize free radicals. Because I have a great skincare line and I absolutely love it. I think it's the best thing I've used in all of my time in doing dermatology. However, I think that some of the great changes that I've seen in the outside of my skin, coupled with that, have been a big change in eating, which has made just a huge difference. And that goes back to this free radical philosophy, where we know that they're contributing to wrinkles, aging skin. And so what can you do? You're going to be looking for products that contain antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E. I can list some of the other ones and not have to say them maybe all over again. You want to then, and this is maybe the hardest one to get going, is eating an antioxidant rich diet. So, you're looking for the good skincare, you're going to start the diet part, and that's going to change a lot of things for your skin. And it's also going to keep those free radicals from busting in here and doing their dirty work, right? So that's a little bit on toxins that have to do with the skin. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you did, please feel free to share with anyone you think might benefit from learning about the free radical theory. And if you like my content, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and so you'll be notified anytime I go live. And if you want to hop over to Jenn Rice International Facebook page, you can follow me over there too. And I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you soon.